Welcome everyone to the 14th edition of the Joy Blind podcast, also known as Speaking of Games, where we talk about technology and gamer news. We have the normal cast with us this week: Yuri Gorelick.
Hello.
Seva Vadanenko.
Hey.
Patrick Weiss.
Hey, guys.
And myself, your host for this week, Lucas Hudson. Let's get right into our topics this week. There's been a recent study that shows frequent gamers can change the
future.
Their brain, yes, the future.
Yes.
Can change change their brain or change how their brain develops? Patrick, why don't you start us off?
Yeah. Okay. So, basically, what the article is saying is that games alter brain chemistry. They actually change how you function. So, it actually increases the. I think they said. What was it?
The amount of gray matter?
Yeah, it's the amount of gray matter in a specific area. Let me just find it. Yeah, and your what's it called? A reward center pathway. So that's like it's basically what they're saying is that gamblers, like chronic gamblers, have like the exact same effect. Is that people who gamble with a lot of money, like who go to casinos all the time, they actually will have the same effect. And this is really interesting because I know I don't know if any of you watched one of those like videos on like the random like BBC, but they had
I watch the BBC all the time.
Yeah, bro, what you doing, man? It was really popular. I sent it to all you guys. I don't know if you remember watching it, but it was basically just
everything
people addicted to like WoW and like how they're freaking going crazy and like how they like drop their lives and basically just like play WoW and like they like lose all their real friends and just have internet friends. It kind of just reminded me of that. Yeah, just like Seva over there.
Incidentally, that is why I decided not to play Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Anyway, yeah. So I don't know. I find it pretty interesting. You know, they aren't like 100% confident on the results yet. They were talking about how they don't know if it's specifically that 14-year-old has a large center, or like multiple ones they've tested, or if it's actually just because it increased in size from video games. But
right, so soon we might have like AAA meetings for video games.
I don't think
so. So the study says it may or may not happen, and it might just be just that one 14-year-old that tested it.
That's like everything they do though for neuroscience.
They're saying that this part of the brain might be big because they play video games, or they play video games because this part of the brain is big.
Yeah,
and they haven't got like the
conclusive evidence.
Oh yeah, this article was published in the New York Times, by the way. I don't know if that's relevant at all, but that's it.
Okay. Well, speaking of being addicted to games, League of Legends is now bigger than World of Warcraft. League of Legends.
Yeah. You're my boy.
They're saying after the World of Warcraft losing over 1 million subscribers,
they all just went to League of Legends.
It looks like League of Legends, they have 11.5 active monthly users, and per day there are 4.2 million people playing this game, with the max of 1.3 people playing simultaneously. This game has gotten huge over the last few months. What do you guys think about this?
It's really weird. You know,
it's interesting.
I know, but like World of Warcraft, they have like a guarantee that 11 million people are paying so much money a month. So they're still making a lot more money than League, I think. Well,
I don't know. A lot of people waste their money on skins.
It's true.
I don't think so. I think a small portion of people.
There's a lot of people buy skins. People casuals love epic, like legendary skins. They love them.
I guess.
I love how you use casuals in such a derogatory way.
Well, yeah.
All those
dirty casuals.
Casuals.
Filthy casuals.
It's those dirty casuals that are keeping this game afloat.
Whatever, man. The less scrubs there are, the better the gaming experience.
Yeah, but
so you should stop playing, right?
Freaking scumbag Seva makes fun of casuals, but says he wants to be a casual gamer and doesn't want to play MMOs anymore.
Actually, MMOs are the definition of being a casual player. They're not competitive in any way.
Yo, man. World
The
of
only thing that
Warcraft-
MMOs do is force you
that.
to sit there from your couch or
Casual
or from your
doesn't mean
computer.
competitive. Casual means you only have a certain amount of hours to play a week.
Or yeah, you only dedicate so many hours.
Yeah.
I view casuals as people just play for fun. They play to win.
Nope, that's not what casual is.
Yeah, I don't play for fun. I just play to win.
Exactly. I mean, when I play League of Legends, I don't care how much fun I'm having as long as I'm winning. Because winning is fun, losing is not. So that's the way I do to
It's
have
true
kids.
though. Losing's not fun.
And that's why League
I
of
don't-
Legends.
I just don't really
That's
understand
why
why
the casuals like,
plays
let's
them.
play the game, guys.
That's what blind
You
pick.
play like once a day and you lose because you're a scrub.
Hey, why do you hate, bro? Why do you hate?
Yeah, why don't you go play some more
started the whole hate thing,
StarCraft?
so I'm just bringing it right back.
Yeah, thanks.
thought, Pat.
Thanks for
That's
that
what I
humming, Pat.
Never-
It's your StarCraft Nance or what?
Yeah, man. That's me winning and braving people's faces.
Epic winning.
Yeah, pretty much.
Moving on to some more news about Square Enix planning to shorten their Final Fantasy development cycles to more of a Call of Duty-esque model. Coming out with a release
That's what we
more
need.
frequent, also known as once a year. I don't
It's
really,
okay. They said once to, not once a year. They
one to
said
2 years.
one, 1 to 2 year
1
cycle.
to 2 years.
Yeah, which is still a lot more frequent than Final Fantasy games come out. These come out like 5 years, maybe more.
Is that really necessary? Like,
I don't
No.
think so. Like if they're talking about Final Fantasy series, then no. They're already at like what 14, 15. They're moving on to 15 soon. Like I don't think it's necessary. Just end it. End it now. Make a new
No.
IP.
It's just like
Why would you make
The,
a new
uh,
IP when you make so much money off of this IP?
everyone knows it, and the games, they're like the stories between them aren't related, aren't they?
No,
Like,
I guess
Compared, yeah, like they're new
it's
stories every time.
just a name. I guess the Final Fantasy series. It's not like they're connected. Also,
Well, it's
just
it's
the
a
name Final
universe, isn't it
Fantasy.
too? It's a universe. Like they
Maybe.
all kind of appear in a timeline.
I've never beaten a Final Fantasy game. Never was interested enough to play it.
A lot of people are though, and I don't really agree with them releasing 1 to 2 years. It's kind of like dumb.
Diluting
I don't
it,
want to see
I
that
think.
many games. Yeah, I don't want to see that many Final Fantasy games come out, but they are pretty good. Like I find them fun. They do have a lot of story in them though, and
I
like
feel like
I remember
So
Sorry.
go ahead.
yeah, well I remember I loaned my Final Fantasy. I got the one on PS3. I can't remember what it's called. It's like Final Fantasy something 13.
You can't even know. You don't even know what number it is because there's so
No,
many.
there's so many. It's like X111111, whatever. Anyway, I loaned it to one of my friends, and he basically is just like, I can't play this game. He like played it for like an hour, I think, and basically all you do for the first hour in that game is just like go over the storyline, and like he's just like, I can't play it. Like he's like, I got like an hour into it, and like I hadn't done anything, so just fucking quit. So I don't know. They appeal to some people, but you know, some people are pretty turned off by them. So I don't know how I feel about them releasing one every year.
I'm just afraid that the games are going to get a little too similar to each other.
Well,
With such a short turnaround,
Yeah.
you run the risk of kind of
Modern Warfaring yourself.
Yeah, I feel like Modern Warfare is
Yeah.
a pretty good example of that. Like, they haven't come up with anything original in a long time. They just kind of like tweak. They like take the old game. They're like, okay, what we can do with this? What can we tweak with
Yeah,
it?
but
Not like,
it's
okay,
a
let's
little
scratch
difference
it
between
in
a
the game.
multiplayer game and a single player game like Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
Because a multiplayer game, there's only so much stuff you can do to a multiplayer shooter.
maybe.
Set it in the future. Never been done before.
Then it wouldn't be Modern Warfare.
Don't for Future Warfare.
Future modern warfare.
Black Future Warfare Ops. Almost forgot that part.
Wow. Anyway, yeah.
Not racist.
So other than the risk of Final Fantasy maybe diluting its content a little bit, are we like afraid that this is going to ruin the franchise at all, or do we not really care because no one of us really plays
I've never
Final
really
Fantasy?
been into the franchise personally, and as of late, I don't think any of the new Final Fantasy games have actually been good. So I don't see why
Last one
releasing.
was really good though. Like
Was
the
it?
last one got like really high reviews, and a lot of people really liked it. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's what's throwing me off with Fantasy is that like they have what 2 MMOs, and
What's
I
with
have no
that?
idea where I have no idea where they fit in, and they're all I don't know. They're just
Those are
they get
dumb.
in the way.
The MMOs are horrible, and like they're I don't know. I found them stupid.
I feel like there's no stepping stone for the new player. Like, I have no idea. If I want to play Final Fantasy, I have no idea where I'd start.
See, like the thing is that
That
all the
wouldn't
Final
matter.
Fantasy like numbers. So like all the number ones, like Final Fantasy VII, for example, is like a completely new series and storyline. They're not related in any way. So
Yeah, but still, like,
can
all
start
these
off
numbers
really
are
like that.
intimidating.
Just
like
pick
you don't have
one.
to play Final Fantasy 1 to like get into the game. So because like I didn't play many Final Fantasies because I never owned a PS3 or never owned a PlayStation 2. Sorry, and
Same.
when I got my PS3, I bought well, even though it was on Xbox at the time, I still bought 13, and it was really fun. Like I just if you like that kind of style, it's just like an action turn-based game. So it was pretty fun. I really liked it. I don't know. I think if you just gave it a shot, I think you might like it.
The other thing I'm worried about this, it might go the way of Assassin's Creed, where it kind of got stale after the third or fourth, well, not third or fourth, but like second or third iteration of their 1 to 2 year release cycle. It was kind of the same game, just with a different storyline.
The reason I didn't really worry about Assassin's Creed is because I found the storyline actually pretty good.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
that's like what I was playing for, basically.
Yeah, like and the gameplay was good, and the story was good, so I didn't really mind the fact that there's more, just continuation of the same story. So it
Even
was
though like
good for
none
me
of us
there.
have played the last one, right? Like,
Yeah,
you know, you
it's
gotta
not
admit
for
that
PC
none of us
yet.
have played the last
I
one.
haven't
And,
installed.
you know, when
Wait,
I the
Revelations?
first one,
Oh
Revelations,
no,
you
sorry,
have
the one
Revelations?
before that.
You have the one before that.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, like they're coming up with a lot of them, and they maybe should have slowed down a little bit to
Well, because
get a
what
little more
happened
hype,
is
maybe.
Assassin's Creed 1 is like one thing, Assassin's Creed 2 with like 2 spin-off expansions,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a trilogy within a
Revelations,
trilogy.
and
Trilogy within a trilogy.
yeah,
How'd you like
exactly.
trilogy? So I put a trilogy in your trilogy.
Trilogyception. And then what coming out next year is supposed to be Assassin's Creed 3, and then it's done for a little bit. Then it can
Yeah,
break.
and then they make a break. Yeah.
Woo.
Well, I
Because
hope they
the whole
freaking
story kind
follow
of leads
that.
up to 2012. Yeah, their story revolves around the whole 2012, the world ending crap.
Yeah. Oh, really?
So, yeah, that's barely part of the story.
So that's
I
going to
may
be
have
next
missed it,
year's.
but
Dude.
maybe-
Next year's.
we won't be able to
catch.
play it before the world
Yeah.
actually ends, though.
yeah, we will. It's gonna come out in November, giving you like a couple weeks to play it, and then December 31st, you're like, well, good thing I beat this game because the world's over now.
Okay. That was I think Assassin's Creed, like it just I think maybe it just got overshadowed. That's probably why I haven't played it, is because like all these games just kind of just came out all at once, and it was just too much.
Yeah.
That kind of took a back burner because it wasn't like the most exciting release.
Because it
Even
was
though like what
all
I know
other
when I was
games.
looking at it, it looked amazing. Like I was like, man, I cannot wait to play this game. Then when it actually got released within the week of like 5 other games that looked absolutely amazing, it just kind of took a back burner.
Yeah, for me, I never bought Assassin's Creed game on release. It's always been like months
Yeah.
after when they're down in price. It's like, oh hey, I want to play this game.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's gonna happen with Brotherhood. I mean, the Revelations, because I still have Skyrim. I still have Batman. I have 100 other games to play, literally. So it's
Well,
on my list. It's not high on the list.
Yeah, yeah. Gotcha.
moving on to something that's pretty exciting. I know Seva and Yuri have been really looking into this console itself. The PS Vita has released its launch title lineup, and Seva,
For
you're
North
saying-
America.
For North America, and Seva, you're saying you were kind of unimpressed with what they were releasing.
Really?
Yeah, there's about, let's see, there's about 11 games on release, and about half of them are like, in my opinion, just straight up useless crap. For example, Top Darts
No,
and
Top
Puzzle
Darts,
Kings. Ooh,
Dude. Darts.
you shut your mouth. No, there's a darts game. And there's a pool game. That right there,
That should be
that's a
in
mini
one
game
game.
that should be combined in one.
Or like
It should be- it should be one game,
everybody
that's it.
golfs, you know? Everybody golfs.
Yeah, and
It's
boom,
like
combine golf, pool, darts. You have one game for like.
But it's not even like PGA,
don't
it's
know,
like
people that like
everybody
obscure
golfs.
I love the note you
Yeah.
put beside it. Arcade golf, if you're into that sort of thing. Filthy casual.
Well,
Okay.
yeah. And there's two games that use their like as you mentioned a couple weeks ago. They have the camera where you can move around and you can see like you're playing like the little tank game and the obstacles in your table. Did you see those?
Yeah.
And you go around them. that they have two games that kind of use that technology. One's called Little Deviants, which is a bunch of mini games which look like crap, kind of like some of the games that are released for the move.
Filthy
Looks
It's-
like
it's-
it's
it's- it's-
filthy
it's a kid's game.
casuals.
Did I mention that?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Perfect. And Reality Fighters looks like an arcadey, not very good fighting game. Again, using the whole camera to put you into like you can fight in the real world, and it looks pretty awful. Doesn't
But
look good
this
at all,
one's not for filthy casuals.
in my opinion. No, it's just bad. That was for nobody. That was gonna be the kind of game where you're like, oh, I'm gonna buy a Vita. It's like, you don't buy that. If you touch that, I'll slap you. It looks terrible.
That's
And then moving up in the tiers of games, like that was like the crap tier. Unit 13 is a third-person action game. You have different, I think there's about 6 or 7 different operatives you can use, and they all have like different abilities and different weapon loadouts. It could be decent, but honestly, it doesn't look very good. It looks like it's an arcadey sort of action game, which some people could be interested in. I'm not
You know what's
sure.
interesting? When I'm reading these titles, it kind of reminds me of like how the 3DS was released. You know, they released this console, had absolutely no fucking games, no games at all.
Well,
Exactly.
they have Uncharted,
And you're like-
which is going to be the reason
Yeah.
people buy this.
Yeah.
Really? Is it a new
That's
Uncharted
actually the one game I want to play.
Is it new Uncharted?
Yeah, it's a
or-
new Uncharted game.
You look
It's a
pretty
brand new
unimpressed.
PS Vita.
It's too early to
It's very
tell. Like
underwhelming lineup.
you guys have to remember that these are digital games, so this pool game might be like $5 or something. And I don't know. It just
No, the old Hustle Kings was an actual straight up buy game for the PSP.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
the what?
and
Hustle Kings.
it was the Hustle Kings. There's a
It's a pool
PSP
game.
version, and that was a straight up separate
Yeah.
separate game.
Yeah, but there's no
So-
more in. You can't buy shit in the store anymore, can you?
Mm,
Is it an all
yeah.
digital distribution?
A lot of it's been switching to digital distribution. Yeah. So
Yeah.
is PS
We'll see.
Vita going to be straight digital distribution, or are they actually
No.
going to have stuff in?
Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure they have a slot that you put a game in case you don't have enough memory or something. I don't know how it works, but you can put a game cartridge in, I think.
But
Yeah.
most fit. But like I
Actually,
can just go
I
buy
think they're all
PS
like
Vita.
memory sticks from what I got of it.
So I can just
Yeah,
like go buy a
and
PS
anyways-
Vita and download it. Is that does anyone actually know like the finite details of how it's going to work, or?
I
Not
think
yet.
at one point. Didn't have one
I
point.
I think
I'll need to look into it.
maybe it's something like you can either download the entire thing or you go to the store and pick up the physical copy and only download part of it.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't want to buy a big SD card,
That's just interesting. I wonder if they like purposely plan to go digital distribution to like cut out things like GameStop and people that try to steal their money, basically, or they think they steal their money. I'm like, that's like honestly, I could see them like Sony pushing that. They're like, we got to go digital distribution so we can cut out GameStop.
There are some other
Yeah.
games that are in development, quote unquote, that look pretty good.
Oh yeah, there's a
Yeah.
whole lot of games
Like
that are
Lego
in
Harry
development
Potter
that
for
will probably be-
Patrick's casual side, his scrubby casual side.
Lego Harry Potter. Yes.
There's Ridge Racer, which I loved on the N64. There's
Oh, really?
Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Street Fighter,
That's cool.
Rayman Origins.
Man, have any of you guys heard about that game?
Mortal
Apparently,
Kombat?
it's amazing.
I played it.
Rayman Origins. What do you
It's
think?
okay.
Like the legit game or like the pre-release game?
The pre-release.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really liked Rayman 64. Oh, that game was sick.
Apparently, it's like a sleeper hit, man. Because like no
I
one
think a lot
really,
of people will be really, really impressed with it.
yeah, like no one like was like, wow, this game is gonna look like amazing, and then they just pick it up and they're like, wow, this blows my mind, you know. So I think that's another game I gotta try, for sure.
Well,
Because yeah, it got rated really highly too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyways, wrapping up the list of the release titles, we got 2 racing games called Wipeout and Mod Nation Racers, which most people should be pretty familiar with. Yeah, because Mod Nation Racers is Mario Kart, basically, and Wipeout is
Yeah.
Wipeout. And the 2 games I'm actually interested in would be the Uncharted game, which I got a chance to try out a little tech demo the other week.
Yeah, how was that?
It was pretty interesting. It makes interesting use of the touchscreen. I'm not sure how necessary it is to use it, because it's like if you're climbing around on ledges, you can just like tap at them to go through them, which might be good for if you're just like non-action sequences, obviously. So it could be pretty cool. The other game is called Escape Plan. It's this black and white artsy-looking arcade puzzle game. You have these 2 guys you control, and it looks like it could be a pretty interesting puzzle game.
How is like the touchscreen? How is it responsive?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's
Would you
pretty
say
good.
it's better than the DS?
Yeah,
A lot better.
definitely.
Just asking,
I would
bro.
say yeah.
That's funny.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking. So it's. Do you know what technology is actually used in the touchscreen itself?
No.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I've got
Because like,
they have two different like they have the touch screen in the back. Well, it's not really a touch screen in the back. It's just a touch
pad.
thinger. Yeah, pad.
I think the thing on the back is what the DS is using for its front, and the front would probably be like a capacitive thing that most phones use nowadays.
Right.
It looks really good. Like the screen is the same screen as the high end Android phones have been using lately, the AMOLED or whatever.
AMOLED, yeah, Super AMOLED.
Yeah,
Super AMOLED or Penta?
the first one.
First one.
Super,
Okay.
super AMOLED.
Yeah, they have that screen and it's a
Yeah, I guess they
five
don't
and a
do
half,
picture size,
I
so.
think, inch screen diameter or diagonally. It looks nice. I was pretty impressed with it when I looked at it.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice piece of hardware.
Is it big at all?
Well,
It's about the same size as the P. It might be a little bit smaller than the PSP. It might be a little bit taller, but not quite as wide.
Oh, okay. Because I'm wondering why they just don't put more effort into their Android division instead of focusing on this PS3 or PS
Just Vita.
P Vita, yeah. Because I think that's the future, man. I think cell phones is gonna be where console game or where mobile gaming takes over.
You mean
What do
where
you think?
dirty casual gaming takes over?
Yeah.
Filthy, not dirty. Filthy.
Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you guys try out the? Have you guys tried out the Sony Ericsson phone? That what's it called?
Oh, the oh god, what is that called?
That thing with the controls.
That actor that's like has that lisp from Flight of the Conchords.
What?
Dude, the gaming
Sony Ericsson.
cell phone on Android. Sony Ericsson, what is it called?
Experience?
Xperia.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Xperia?
Xperia
Yeah,
Play,
have you
right?
guys tried it?
It was no.
The Xperia Play,
Yeah.
the phone. I heard it was
Yeah, the
crap.
Xperia Play. Yeah. You heard it's crap?
Yeah, I heard because the thumbsticks aren't actually there. They're like touch thumbsticks,
Right.
so you don't get the same sort of feel.
Oh.
So it's like the exact
feels-
same shit you got on a screen.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
I don't
programming.
know.
But no, I've seen like I see what you're saying.
I was just wondering how. I guess it like doesn't really compare. I was just wondering why they're not putting more effort into it. But all right.
Anyway,
That-
let's. Oh, sorry, Pat. You want to say?
Oh, I was just
something?
wondering have you guys decided like are you guys actually gonna pick it up on release date? What?
I'm probably not.
No.
I'll probably hold out. I'm interested, but the main games I really want to play on it is Persona 4.
Right.
Once
Seriously.
that's out for the PSP, then I'll pick it up.
See, I think a lot of people are gonna feel that way. I don't know if it's gonna be that successful on release.
Well,
Not a
Uncharted
lot
is
of,
a big help.
Really? Do you
Yeah.
think that's gonna push it?
I think that's going to be like the
People
number
love
one
Uncharted.
reason people.
Yeah, it's gonna push a lot of PS3 gamers to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anyways,
Alright.
let's move away from the PS Vita and move towards a game that Patrick played a lot when he was young, and still plays a lot
So
today.
did I. I played a lot of it.
And
I had my own clan. Had my own clan matches.
Me
I was
too, bro.
leader. What up? I was so good.
in addition to the
No, actually, it was
franchise,
so good.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive Beta is coming
Woo!
on November 30th, and no one has signed up for the beta yet, and you still expect to get in.
No, because the beta's closed, so no one's gonna get in. We're not gonna get in. But
Yeah, well.
yeah, you're just gonna get invited, huh?
Unlike the
Anyway.
Dota 2 beta, which Yuri got a key recently.
Yeah, man. We're gonna get some shit up on that, I bet.
I had to do some
Do that.
dirty things I'm not proud of.
Some stuff in a back alley. Anyway, yeah, Global Offensive. It was supposed to come out in October. It was released the schedule originally in October, but they had to push it back. And what I really like is that they actually took a lot of like the input from the pro gamers who actually play Counter Strike 1.6, and I really like that. I really like that approach. They're taking a lot of care into this game, and I think they're going to be actually a really good product, especially with the input from them. You know, it's going to like basically what the pros were talking about is it doesn't have like the same feel as 1.6. Like the recoil was like a big thing, and like how the bullets sprayed was another thing. Is that like 1.6 has like this very iconic way of
Well, it's a
like
new
bullet
game.
spraying. Yeah, I know, but these types of things like they edit the game so much, and they said that they do want to keep it like they do want it to be like 1.6. They want the pros to be happy. They want to have a competitive scene. And what they didn't do with like Source is get input from the community, and what they're doing with this game is getting input from the community. And I think that's
I
like
remember one of the complaints I read from the pros was because they moved the timer, they couldn't quite aim the grenades as well because they use that to orientate where they're throwing the grenades.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
like blew me away. I'm like, that's such a like you think it's such a minor thing, but
But
to a lot of the pro players, it's so huge.
so huge, yeah, because they used to be able to like, okay, I'm this far away, I can get it within this time, right? So, there's a lot of stuff like they were talking about like a lot of the things they really did mention was like the economy. That was a big thing is that they did change some of the economy aspect, and that was a huge aspect in the pro professional scene. So I really like that they actually took this back and they're going to edit the game from a pro perspective. It's really nice to see. I wish more companies would do this.
Yeah, I hope you get into the beta so you can tell us how the game feels and give us your input on how what they should change and the maps and how it feels.
Yeah, like the maps that they're going to release with the launch are two maps. It's Dust and Dust 2. So, it's those like iconic, Counter Strike
The
maps.
two main, yeah. I want Aztec in. That'd be happy.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I hope they get some more maps like one of their standard. I hope they get like a kitchen map in, even though they usually don't make that.
Assault.
Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah, all that
it should
stuff.
be fun.
Speaking of maps, Skyrim. Yeah, you like that? Yeah.
That was good. That was good. I like it.
He's the title. That's awesome.
People playing Skyrim have uncovered some Easter eggs, I guess you would call them, where
Yeah, this is
maps
sick.
from previous games are accessible in Skyrim. Anyone want to take this one? Since I have never played Skyrim.
Okay, well, basically, what one of the guys did is he used actually a no-clip mode, and he went through some invisible walls, and they actually have the map and the world of, well, not really the world, I guess, the countries of Morrowind and Cyrodiil are in there. They're undetailed and blocky, but the actual landmass is there in the game.
Yeah.
So it's not just like a drawn-on thing. It's actually like a physical thing that's there.
Yeah, weren't people saying that the city of Oblivion was in there?
Oblivion's not a city.
Oh, sorry.
It was what was it called?
Wardenfell?
It was a specific. I think it was the Golden Tower. I think they
Yeah,
had
the,
they had it in there.
the white
Yeah.
gold tower of
Yeah,
Cyrodiil.
yeah.
You can spot that. It's like, and it's interesting because instead of just painting it on in the background, so you're just like, oh, hey, look, it's over there. It's physically there. So there's like, people are speculating it might be a planned
Yeah,
future
because
DLC.
it's also
I-
too far away to see, right? Like you can't
Yeah.
see the tower from Skyrim at all because it's so far in. Because you have to cross through all of Morrowind and then get into Citadel.
Cyrodiil. And
Cyrodiil?
they don't really need to cross from over because it depends on, because they're kind of like,
Oh, I
this
see.
is Skyrim, then you got Cyrodiil's here and Morrowind's right over here. So they're kind
Right.
of, boom. I doubt it's going to be like a full-on, you can go to the entire Oblivion world and play it. But if they do implement it as a sort of like DLC, it's probably going to be kind of like what they did with Tribunal and Blood Moon for Morrowind, where you'd go off to like a continent. It's probably like a big city you have access to or something like that, which would be kind of neat.
You know what's interesting about this too is the modding community. It's gonna be a lot, over time, man, they're gonna be able to put other games into Skyrim. Should be really interesting.
If they could do that, that'd be amazing. If somebody could mod the full Oblivion game,
That would take forever.
yeah.
Hey,
Well,
man, they're gonna have this
yeah.
game for a while. I feel people were theorizing that it's either gonna be like DLC or they're doing like things for their modding community, which they have done in the past. And
I mean, if you think about it,
the Oblivion modding community was pretty huge, wasn't it?
yeah, like there's the Morrowind 2011, like it was like a pack of add-ons. Just came out. Well, it came out earlier in the year, and then it was taken down, and I put it back up recently. It's basically a collection of like a whole pile of mods that were released over Morrowind's life cycle. I guess is still going, and it just basically makes the game look from crappy Morrowind graphics to like really, well, not perfect, like not like even Oblivion style, I would say, but much better.
No,
than it
I'd
used to
say
be.
they're about Oblivion style.
Really?
Like
I
if you're
haven't- I
playing
haven't
Oblivion,
played
like
the
they're better than
faces.
Oblivion Xbox for sure.
Oh, well, that's not hard to do.
Well,
Pretty sure
yeah.
Yuri's games he made for the Java are better than that.
Oh yeah.
Yuri, why don't you give your thoughts on this? What do you think about finding these Easter eggs in Skyrim?
It's actually really cool that Bethesda did this and like left it in, or I don't know, maybe they used it to build Skyrim. Maybe they made a foundation of Morrowind and then built off it and just kind of shifted it over. On like a technical side, it's crazy impressive that it's actually in the game and on the CD. I mean, there's so much stuff here, and it's already super compressed that it blows my mind.
Yeah, it's such a like you just think about how much actual landmass is there. Like I saw like a video of him like flying through it. It's so huge. It's like just as big as Skyrim, but like the other two maps. It's crazy big. So yeah, for them to put it in there, like I highly doubt it was just put in there for the background because it looks like they actually like that would take a lot of time to do. So that's what I think.
My thoughts were that they built these maps as kind of a test for their, what was it called?
Yeah, that might be
What's
true.
it called? For their new engine.
But then
when
why
they're
would they
making the
put it
game.
in the game? That's like what. That's another thing. It's like
They
why
could
would
probably
they
just
bother?
fit it. They're like, oh, we have the space. Let's fit it in. Someone will use it, or maybe we'll use it in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it could be like a crazy mod like playground. You can like install a mod and then that area becomes this mod, or like you can swap it out for a different mod and that area is like used for a different mod. And then the mods become pretty small because the landmass is already there.
Right. Right. Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Which is cool stuff.
I can't wait to do that.
And
Should be-
Yeah, good job, Bethesda.
Yeah. Oh, Bethesda.
you get the Joyblind thumbs up.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to some interesting news that we haven't really talked about before. We were talking a few weeks ago how there hasn't been any news about Diablo 3 coming along, and everyone's interests have kind of waned. And with that, Blizzard has come out with a huge Diablo
Yeah.
3 beta patch where there's way too much stuff for us to go over by ourselves. I keep scrolling down and it just
Yeah.
doesn't stop.
Like every
It
single
never
class has like a new like they all edited everything basically. Like
Yeah,
the
every
damage, the
skill's been
health.
tuned up.
Yeah. Like just crazy balance changes.
You're like one of the followers
Weapons.
been almost fully not like redone, but everything's been.
Yeah, the Demon Hunter
tweaked.
got a lot of tweaks.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Which is
just
interesting.
it's huge. There's a lot of stuff in here, and really it just keeps going.
Yeah. The
exactly.
monk got
You just
changed.
keep scrolling
Yeah.
and scrolling.
It's a lot of
Anyway.
info, and I guess it's good. But we got to see a lot more of this. Like every single WoW patch used to be roughly this big in terms of content, how much they fixed. Wouldn't be surprised this keeps going on and on with Diablo 3 as well.
Yeah.
The person that got tweaked the least was the wizard, and they actually haven't really done anything to the wizard.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, basically the
It's
two
fine.
that they
It just
tweaked
reduces
the most
damage,
was
yeah.
the Demon Hunter and the Monk, the two kind of
Yeah.
like skill quote unquote based players, like the kind of not gimmicky, but
The movement based
yeah,
ones.
kind of movement based and
Position.
position.
From what I'm
yeah.
reading here, it seems like a lot of stuff she just got buffed.
Really?
like
A
her-
lot of
like,
things-
yeah,
Well, not
like-
necessarily on. Oh,
Well,
the monk
for-
is on
No,
and
for
off.
the demon hunter I'm talking about. Yeah.
Mm.
Like cuz they really like the biggest thing is they like reduced her hatred cuz I know that was like I was like really cuz you just have like unlimited amount of hatred when you're playing. So I could see why they did that. But like a lot of the stuff it looks like a lot of her skills got increased in damage
Yeah.
from what I'm looking at. A lot of them. Some of them got reduced, but most of them are increases in damage, which is nice because when I was actually playing her, I found that she isn't as strong as some of the other champions. So I'm actually glad that they're actually doing that.
I still don't know how I feel about this game when it comes to release, if I'm gonna buy it or not, because it's gonna take forever to
Yeah.
complete, and I would only really want to play it in multiplayer.
Well, yeah,
It would be fun to have four of us, for example.
yeah, that's what
Or
we would
play
do.
all
It's
together?
just four of
Yeah.
us would just play all together because
Just
I
the
mean, I think
four
that's
of
the
us.
idea that this game is going to take. No, we haven't seen the PvP yet, and that was a big thing in Diablo 2.
Whatever.
Well, I don't know. I don't think the PvP is gonna be
Like-
that huge.
Really, you don't think so?
It's not gonna be like, I don't know. In Diablo 2, it became it's like, so I'm in this class, I have the specific build I have to get, and the specific items I gotta do, and I just wreck you. Because every time there was a patch, one class became crap and one class became super broken.
Yeah, but I think that's what they're trying to fix in this one with the different trees and the ways that you can build your character up. I think it'll be different this time.
I don't. We'll see. I'm interested. Like I don't know if I'm gonna Like there's
Isn't
some
that
people that
what
really
like, WoW
focus
was
on the
though too?
PvP.
Wasn't that like what WoW was? Is basically just like after one patch, like one champion would just be like beyond broken in the arena, or like even not in the arena, and you just couldn't win.
Not really. There's because there's a lot of different team compositions you can pull off in WoW and different builds within each character. It just became kind of crazy. There were some builds like everybody had a cookie cutter build for the most part.
Right.
So it wasn't.
See, I
too
think that's
crazy.
how this is going to turn out. There'll be like, because it's going to be teams, right? You're going to be like PvP teams. It will be solo.
Yeah, I believe
It'll
so.
be teams, yeah. So I think that'll be like that a lot. I don't think there'll just be like one person who's like completely just broken, or just like dominates everyone. And I think that's what they tried to do with like molding all the trees together and like trying to tweak a lot of the weapons and stuff. I don't think they want that in Diablo 3. And that's like a lot of the things is that they took out the non-lives like they took out the offline mode single player so that people couldn't just like use hacks or like farm like crazy to try and
I
get
missed
specific
that.
items,
I
right?
miss
They, like,
leaving my computer
yeah,
on
like-
all night, having my bot farm everything for me.
Yeah,
I come
exactly.
back and be like, hey, look at all these epic items I got. That was awesome. That was the
Exactly.
best part of the game.
So that's why that's exactly why they took that out. So you can't freaking do that.
I
You
like
know,
that.
especially because of the money aspect, and I think that was a big push for them to do that too.
Oh
And
yeah,
I
the live
think,
auction house.
yeah, Blizzard's gonna make a lot of money off that. It's stupid how much money they're gonna make. I think it's gonna be really popular for people who actually play Diablo 3. You know, like, and they take cuts on everything you buy too. So if you sell an item, they do take
Yeah.
a cut. They take like 20%. Yeah, they take 20% off every transaction, and then they take like, I think it's like they have like their own stuff they're gonna like add into the store too.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I forgot that the auction house was like that.
yeah.
So Blizzard's gonna make a lot of money. I'm sure Activision is happy.
Rolling in money, rolling in money. Like wow,
It's already making
wow.
a shitload of money.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Especially because of Activision coming out, they're just like money hungry. It's pretty funny.
Blizzard has changed a little bit since Activision kind of took over. But
They didn't take over. They merged though.
yeah.
Really?
It's not Activision.
Yeah, it's
It's
Activision,
Activision Blizzard.
But still.
I'm pretty sure Activision bought them though. Like the person who owns Activision owns the majority stock in Blizzard.
He's
They're just like a
ridiculously
part
rich.
of the company. Yeah. Yeah, they are ridiculously rich.
Well, we were just speaking about having only online and kind of worrying about piracy issues or hacking issues, and that really segues well into our next topic about the game I Am Alive not coming to PC. I don't know what developer this is, but it's by a guy called Stanisila Metra. Actually horrible.
What the hell?
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Hey, can someone take this one off
It's a good try
about
though.
I Am Alive not coming to PC because the developers are worried about basically piracy and no one buying the game on PC.
Well,
Yeah.
it makes sense. I mean, PC games, I think they do get pirated more than console games, but I don't think I think they should do like a slated release, like release it for consoles, then maybe a month or two later release it for PC. But I know it does take manpower to make the PC port, so
Yeah, see what they're talking about in this article is that it would like they even quote themselves, it'll probably take 12 guys 3 months to port it to the PC. Which is not a massive cost, but it still costs. And they only say like there'll only probably be like 50,000 people or no, yeah, 50,000 people buying the game. So they're just like it's not even worth bothering to port it to Xbox or
PC.
PC, yeah.
PC.
And I hope that doesn't stick with a lot of people because I like seeing PC games, man. That's what I play on majority anyway. And
Yeah, you're not filthy casual like those consoles players.
well, even so, like, just
Not bad.
more people play on PC. Maybe not in North America, but in Europe. Like, I just don't understand why. I guess if a game doesn't have a good, strong multiplayer to it, I can see why people just don't want to buy it. Which is probably one of the biggest things is that a lot of story games are going to stop coming to PC because,
You mean
like,
One of the
know,
big
single player?
reasons.
yeah, single player.
One of the big reasons Ubisoft games get pirated so much is because they have retarded DRM.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people are like,
But,
wow,
Like,
fucking-
and now they bitch about they make stupid DRM that's impossible to work with even if you buy the game like legally, and then they bitch about people stealing their games. It's like, well, don't make DRM that's like hurts the people that buy the
I
game.
mentioned an article a long time ago that was like the more strict the DRM, the more likelihood people are gonna buy your game. So like if you have a lot more lax DRM, people are gonna be more inclined to buy it. They're gonna have a better user experience, you know.
And
Like, yeah, if I have to just buy the game and then jump through like 50,000 hoops to play it, I'm not gonna be happy when I play it. I'm not even gonna enjoy it. Like, I'm not even gonna get a chance to play because I'm just gonna lose interest.
with the recent information about Gabe Newell and the decrease in price raising sales and profits of games, do you think any big developers are going to start lowering the price of their games to see if that will boost their sales?
I think big developers might start lowering the scope of their games so they can produce cheaper titles, which may not necessarily be a bad thing, but I think it's what's going to
It's hard
start
to say.
happening.
Like having like a smaller game cheaper, and then releasing like more of them.
Do
So you could say like
Or more DLC for it.
yeah, that's what.
yeah, or more
Like
DLC.
an episodic model like Half-Life episode 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, that's
That's how they come
true.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
That will
thinking.
never
Like they'll
happen.
release smaller games that have like episode 1 or like part 1, part 2, part 3. You know.
But I don't want that. I just want the same game for cheaper price.
I want the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want Skyrim for $20 all day every day. Actually, no, I'm fine with paying $60 for Skyrim.
Yeah,
If a game's that big, it's worth it.
I suppose. There was also another quote in a PC Gamer article about Bohemian Interactive CEO. I'm not even going to try to say his name because I'll just...
Marek Spaniel.
There you go. Marek Spaniel.
Yeah.
And he was quoting about... He was talking about another kind of statistic towards multiplayer games. And I'll quote him here. For every 3 legitimate buyers playing their games in multiplayer, there are 100 failed attempts to play with a pirated version. So,
like
3 people
just
playing
can't even believe
online, there are 100 failed attempts to play with a pirated version. There's one thing that makes this statistic a little bit wishy-washy, is that there's probably one person with a pirated version trying to access their online games more than once. So those 100 failed attempts, like 3, 4, 5 of them could be from one person. So
What that was Bohemian Interactive made? Which games have they made?
let's find
I'm
out.
gonna Wikipedia this as right now because
I'm already doing it.
yeah. So I sometimes I
Operation
just don't believe some of
Flashpoint
this. You know?
and Arma.
Yo, I have Arma 2.
I have Operation Flashpoint. So I guess it's somewhat violent. Okay, I guess I'll respect their opinion a little bit. Because like those are some developer that makes a bunch of crap games. There's a reason people are stealing it. So we don't survive.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Operation Flashpoint. It's not the one I have.
Red Dragon.
Red River. That's the one I
Red
have.
River.
Yeah. That I just some of that statistic just like doesn't make sense to me. Like if the 3 people that play it. So think about just Battlefield 3 for example. Look at all the online players. You think 100 players for 3 people are trying to access the like online? That's a retarded amount of people.
Yeah.
I just can't believe that statistic. Like that means that basically everyone who owns a PC will probably try to steal it, which doesn't make any sense. So some of the things I just can't believe.
This is for their own game, right? Like this isn't for other games. This is
Is it
for
for
their
own game, or is it for?
How
Yeah,
are
this
they
is
going to
for
get
their-
statistics for other games?
But how are they going to get statistics of people trying to steal it in the first place?
What do you mean? Like you have a pirated version, you try to
Yeah.
connect, you connect to their server. Their server's like, hey, you have a pirated key. I'm rejecting
Oh,
you, but I'm
I
also going
see.
to log that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see what they're doing. That was for Fade, right? Was the game they specifically mentioned?
Fate's not a game.
No, we don't.
The games are Arma. That's all I have.
Yeah, Arma
Arma.
and Operation Flashpoint.
Operation Flashpoint came out in like 2002. I don't think anybody's trying to collect that
Like,
online.
To
The
sell on
last
a
one was
PC,
2005, okay?
you
That
really
was
to
on
the
sell on a
Xbox,
PC.
the original Xbox.
What?
Like to sell on a PC, you need to have like a strong multiplayer, and like if you don't have a
necessarily.
strong
Like
multiplayer-
look at Oblivion or
See.
Look at Batman.
Skyrim.
Yeah, but I
Skyrim's
bet you
still
a
the
lot
most
of people
popular
pirated-
game on
Yeah, but I bet you a
Steam.
lot of people pirated it too. Like, yeah, okay, so that some games are exceptions. Okay, some games are exceptions, like Oblivion. But for the most part, like to reduce pirating, people aren't gonna want to buy StarCraft for example. How are you gonna pirate StarCraft to play the like crappy single player.
People
Like
do it.
why? So you know what I mean?
So
And
you
So
can
you get
get
the
good, and
awesome
then once you buy the
storyline.
game,
oh right, yeah. So you're so good when you try to play the multiplayer or
yeah,
single player.
Patrick, you haven't even finished the single player. You can't
I
even
know.
talk.
You can play
Finish-
single player
That's
against
how
bots,
bad
can't
it
you?
was. So I'm just
God.
wondering, like
You're
games
such a
like
filthy
that,
scrub.
you know,
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
like
whoa.
they sell
Sorry,
consoles.
filthy
I
yes,
just
scrub.
think
around.
that a
Filthy
strong
scrub.
multiplayer is it boosts sales. And like games that don't have a strong multiplayer aren't going to get the same PC sales that they will get on the console because people just be like, "Well, I'll just steal it and just play it for free because it's so easy on console."
Well, speaking of boosting sales, let's move on to our second last item for this podcast. The new Super Mario 3D World game came out for the 3DS, which boosted its sales of the 3DS by, what was it, 200%? Which is what the 3DS needed when the 3DS came out, not what was
Yeah.
it, 4 months after it came out?
Some of that.
Yep. Well, they would have made a lot more money if they,
It's about
had-
6,
Yeah.
actually, I think.
they dropped the price.
Yeah, so if the 3DS came out with this title, they probably wouldn't have to drop the price less than a year into their release of the...
Well, they.
I don't know
I
for
think
sure.
they did that because they were trying to compete with the.
This could also be the
Vita.
fact that it was pretty close to like Black Friday, and people are like, I'm gonna buy a DS on Black Friday because I know it's gonna be cheaper.
But
And
did
then-
they didn't buy it on Black Friday though, did they?
Yeah, I don't think the Black Friday was yesterday. I
Yeah.
don't think they have to figure
Yeah,
it
but they
out.
could have bought the game. Like, I'm gonna buy this game for Christmas, and then I'll buy a DS later.
But
Oh,
this
oh.
is about DS sales. 3DS sales went
Oh.
up.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
bad.
So
They sold
that's...
145,000 units this week.
That's sick, man. I can't wait. I'm thinking about buying one really strongly over a Vita. You know, I don't see the
I
Vita
kind of
being
want
great.
one.
And
There's not a lot of games I want to play on it.
I feel
I
like
played my disc crazy amount.
the,
Like I played
the
my
DS
disc.
just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't have enough like side features. I feel.
What do you mean by
Like,
side
the
feature?
PS Vita is pretty much like a phone. Like, you can connect to the internet. You can like. There's apps for it. There's music, and DS is primarily just a like a portable gaming thing.
Yeah, but like I own a phone to do those things. You know, I'm really just gonna buy it to play games. Like I don't need those extra features. You know, they don't,
I
they don't-
guess.
You know.
If they release Majora's Mask for the 3DS, I might consider picking it up and actually playing
Yeah,
it.
that would be sick. That'd be sick.
Because
Oh,
as
they
much as
need
I've been a
another-
huge hater,
They
Of
need another
Zelda?
port of Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, they should come out with like Extreme Masters and maybe like Masters 2.
I need-
Yo, the
I
Masters Edition. or
I need
whatever.
another console to play Ocarina of Time on.
see, I've
Yeah,
never
me
actually played it. I could just download. Maybe we could get it online.
Ooh, pirate.
Whoa.
Pirate. Arr.
Wow.
I don't have an N64. I can't. There's no way I can play it.
Sit
You can-
on the
From
Wii
where?
store.
Oh yeah, forgot about
Yeah,
Like,
most people
that. That's a hook on my
forget
Wii.
Yeah, to hook up my Wii to like dust it off in the corner.
Well, it's just sitting in a paper bag, plastic bag, in the closet right now. Yeah,
Nice.
PlayStation. I mean, Nintendo Wii.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah.
Well,
it's-
I do want to play Skyward Sword. I've heard it's
Yes,
really
I
good,
do too.
and it looks pretty good. And especially
yeah.
against Zelda,
Tried it before
I
this.
might play it.
Have any of you played Skyward Sword yet?
I've watched someone play it. It looks
I
fun.
watched Jerry play it 2 years ago.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
You guys are. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, but Yuri played it horribly.
How-
He was
it's okay,
getting
so-
made fun of.
How were the
Yeah,
controls?
it was so bad.
How were the controls back then?
I don't know. I was kind of dazed and confused because the person guiding you through the demo
Was it
was terrible.
Ah.
And I didn't realize they were 1-to-1 at first, so I'm just kind of like doing the waggle all the time, and Link's like spazzing out. I'm like, what? Just hit him. But I didn't realize it's actually slash like this or like go
Yeah,
from the
yeah, yeah.
side.
That's what a lot of people are saying is that it's so accurate that you screw up a lot. Because
wonder
like
what-
you're trying to like I'm gonna slash this way, but really you need to be slashing this way, and you actually went like that, so you screw up a lot that way. So I know I read this review that the guy like couldn't figure out the controls, and that might just because he's like a retard.
Big idiot.
That was from GameStop too, or GameSpot.
GameSpot. GameSpot's terrible. I didn't even go. Like, why would you even go to GameSpot?
Like they rate okay, so I was reading a whole bunch of reviews, and it was all like 9, 10, 10, 9, 10. GameSpot's like 7, and then I'm reading it, it's like I couldn't figure out the controls. Like what? Like what is that? Like it just take the fucking time to figure out the controls. They're not that hard. You like they like as the motion control itself, they're amazing. Like they do
Yeah.
exactly what you want them to do. I don't understand why you would rate it that way.
I
Like,
don't think professionalism is not really in GameSpot's vocabulary.
Hey, two
As
back
some guys
3
sitting in
years
the
ago,
basement are saying.
GameSpot had a huge controversy over like firing their top reviewer. I forget what was
They-
Jeff. Or something. Basically,
Gertz-
yeah,
Gertzman?
The guy that
Gertzman
Jeff
from
Gerstmann
Giant
or
Bomb.
something like that.
yeah.
Anyways, yeah, he's now on the Giant Bobcast. Same, along with like everyone who used to be at GameSpot. Almost everyone like left GameSpot
It's because
like
GameSpot's
a year after that, and then GameSpot just went downhill.
GameSpot's horrible. Like I used to go on GameSpot like 2 years ago and
Yeah.
reading their reviews, and now I'm just like, this is garbage. You can really even find them now. It's horrible.
Their podcast used to be good too. On the Spot, I think it's called. It used to be really good when the old crew was on there, but now it's all these new people that I don't want to listen to, so I just listen to the Giant Bombcast, which
Yeah,
is
that's-
fucking hilarious.
One thing I hate about Giant Bomb. Here's a quick preview of this game. 1 hour video.
It's so stupid.
Here's the intro.
Like that's great and all, but I don't want to spend an hour for a quick preview of a game when half it's just them talking over it. They're just like, "What's going on?
Oh god.
Why are you spoiling everything?"
Now I don't want to play the first hour of this game.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Like they go through they create their character for like 20 minutes and like they talk about their character and they're like, just fucking play.
I'm gonna get my hair just right.
Yeah, you like see them tweaking the hair.
Oh goodness. Let's move on to I guess our not
final topic.
not our last topic anymore because
Wait.
Patrick keeps adding things. Ugh,
This guy.
Just a little like
scumbag Patrick.
ah,
Anyways,
keep
big
it, you know.
news: DC Universe revenues are up 700% after they go free to play, and after Han and all these other kind of free to play games going free to play, it's not surprising that DC Universe did it, and not surprising that their revenues are going up because once someone hears the word free, they just love jumping on this stuff. And
What's 700% of $2? Let's make a ton of money there.
it's true. Yeah.
but if
No, they are like compared to what they were making.
I
Which
would
is like
take
$2.
I would
Nothing?
take 700% of $2 over $2 any day.
That's true. I mean, it's just I want to know their initial figures. Did they mention that?
Let me look at the article. It doesn't. I don't see any base numbers. No.
They wouldn't put those out.
Because I want to know, like, if they say, oh, it rose up by 700%, how much money were they making in the first
But-
place? Because
well, they were making
Not
enough money
much.
to at least stay kind of alive,
And release
keep their servers
DLC.
up.
and now they're
keep their servers up.
700% more alive than they were before.
I think because I think when people didn't play this game because it cost money and it didn't like appeal to anyone, but now that people are like, wow, this game's really fun. Let me just go buy like spend $10 on buying shit for it.
Yeah, and
You know?
now
And then when you get everyone just spending $10 to buy shit on it, and you have like so many freaking people,
they've
you know, they're gonna
attracted
be making money
over
eventually.
1 million new users since it went
so
free
that's
to play.
pretty good.
And didn't
So-
all of you make accounts?
No?
yeah,
I don't
I
know.
did make an account. I
gotta
downloaded
waste
it.
my
I just never
bandwidth.
made an account.
Yo, I was a fucking pterodactyl.
No.
Nice.
And I know our friend made a account, has been playing it like crazy. I'm sure he's already spent $100 on it because that's the kind of guy he is.
This guy.
This guy.
Anyway, since no one's really played it, it's just really cool news that the free-to-play model.
Oh,
really
I've played it.
works.
I played it
It
for
works,
a
for
whole
sure.
weekend.
Wow.
Why don't you tell us about it, Yuri? What is it something that if you had nothing else on your plate, you would keep playing, or what?
Well, I don't know. I've been turned off for MMOs for quite a while now, but as a game, it's pretty good. Like the graphics look good, the movement's good, the flight powers are really cool. It's really friendly to new players. Like there's no bullshit. The quest markers are always available. Like you can just walk around mindlessly doing quests. It's not bad. Like as an MMO, it's pretty good. But I don't want to play it.
And see, so when you just to confirm Gabe Newell's kind of hypothesis, once you put your game down 100%, you'll get a lot more profits.
But you put your game down to free.
Then you'll make money.
Yeah, exactly. So just keep on making free-to-play games with microtransactions, and everyone wins.
Yeah, see, honestly, I hope not every game does that, because that's fucking annoying.
It's
It-
kind of like a
microtransactions
pick
are
what you
annoying.
want. Like I don't want this new island. I'll just keep playing the base game. Like I want this character, so I'll buy that character.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, you got me there.
the only problem is to do the free-to-play correctly. You have to make sure your microtransactions don't fuck up the game. Where kind of League of Legends, it's kind of in the middle. It's not perfect,
Yeah.
but it doesn't
Well,
kill the
it
game.
doesn't change. It doesn't change the game whatsoever. That's what League of Legends is all right.
Well, not being able to play some champions is kind of a burden.
Yeah, it takes a while to get champions, but the more you invest in the game, the more champions you're gonna have. So
Yeah,
there's that.
that's true. So let's wrap this podcast up with two exciting announcements. A new
Woo!
Humble Bundle is out with some.
Humble Bundle.
What did I say?
No, you said
Humble
Humble Bundle. I'm just
Bundle.
mentioning after you.
Okay. Yes,
It's their was it
intro
intro
version.
Yeah,
Intro
intro
version bundle with
Yeah.
all brand new games. Unlike Yuri, when I told him about it, he was like, "These games are all repeats."
Every single one is
Yeah,
repeated.
every single one's new except for the bonus ones.
No, the bonus ones are repeated. Yeah, so
the
they have.
bonus
They
ones
have
are repeated.
why don't you go through the games?
So there's Uplink, which is this like pseudo hacker game, which I haven't played yet. Darwinia, which is how do I describe it? It's like a real-time strategy game, but with
Yeah.
like
That
walking-
game is
walking stick
old.
people.
That was like one of the original games on Steam.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that old.
Yeah.
And then there's
super old.
Multiwinia, which is basically a multiplayer version of that Darwinia game. And then there's DEFCON, which I've played. It's the one game I've played in this. It's basically just setting
Yeah, I
up
played some of that too.
nukes and killing people.
Americans. Woo.
Americans.
America.
Except for
Well,
you're
that's
in Europe.
Literally, I click on it, and that's the thing I see is just like America getting nuked, crazy shit.
Which
But yeah,
I was kind of
it's-
confused when I played it because I didn't play the tutorial.
Oh,
So I just like kind of jumped into it. I'm like, I'm dying.
it comes with 2 bonus prototypes too.
Yeah,
that-
two
into that kind of thing.
Kind of look cool, like Subversion C generator, which looks like it, like basically generated a city.
Yeah,
You
that's
put in some like parameters maybe. I'll
Yeah,
look
yeah,
into
that's-
that.
it looks really cool.
Yeah, it does. And then there's Vortex Tech demo, which is basically this destructible debris. You build something and then shoot like a rock at it, and it'll blow up
Yeah.
and everything will fall. That looked like a good hour of my time wasted just like setting things up and knocking them down. It's like playing blocks, but on your computer.
So yeah, you guys should pick this up. It's like uber cheap, just like every Humble Bundle. Even though there has been a lot of like indie bundles coming out, and you know what, I've bought every single one, and I still will.
Which is weird. Oh wow, I'm looking at the top contributors, and Notch isn't there. He has it.
Scumbag.
I know.
He'll swoop in at the end. He always does at the end, so
No,
no
he
one can
doesn't.
beat him.
He always
doesn't?
no. He always contributes $2,000 right at the beginning.
Oh, douchebag.
I know.
No charity for him, I guess.
Yeah. So
Too good for charity.
as always, I always put my stuff to charity. Don't want those scummy developers getting any of my money.
Wow.
And speaking of scummy developers, there are Steam sales on this week.
Yeah, Steam Sale Weekend.
Autumn Steam sales.
So, how many of you have bought the tons of games?
I've almost been buying every day.
Today's
bought
deal is
nothing.
kind of well. There's some good stuff out there.
Well, the new ones are out
mainly-
right now, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what
Yep.
we're doing over. Yeah, so there's Civ 5. That's pretty interesting.
Civ 5, Witcher
yeah,
2, and Limbo.
60% off, so it's $10. That is like, I think I might just pick that up right now.
I bought Limbo.
Limbo.
I have Limbo.
And everything
Yeah.
else I either have or it's crap. Like Kane and Lynch
It's-
2.
oh.
Woohoo! 55% off. Garbage.
Pat, of course you're going to buy Limbo. It's 75% off.
Yeah.
Gabe
okay.
Newell strikes again.
No, Limbo looks fun. I'm wondering if it's gonna be another pack. So I'm always hesitant to buy indie games now because I'm like, is it gonna be
Civilization
the
5 is $10.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Civ 5, $10. That's
think I
crazy.
bought it
that
for
game was
less.
like $60 at release.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah.
now it
You
went
see-
down to 30. They
You
cut it
bought
like
for
half
less
the
though?
I think they had a weekend
You-
sale of like
no,
75% off.
I thought you bought it in the
Did you
like
buy
the
like on
summer
release?
sale. Did you buy it in the summer sale?
Maybe, I don't remember.
Like $30?
It's all a blur. It was less than 30. It was definitely less than 30. I wouldn't buy it for 30.
Oh,
What
okay.
is this Limbo game about? It looks really cool.
It's an
It's-
indie game, black and
You
white.
play this kid. You get killed a lot.
Man, I'm
'Cause
just I don't know. Indie
It,
games.
it won a lot of. It's like
Won a
indie
lot-
game. This I don't think Limbo is one of those games that's ever gonna be on like a humble indie bundy.
Bundy Bundy.
Why? It could
Yeah.
be.
Or like what's it called? The other one. Indie Royale.
Yeah.
Indie Royale. There should be a new one coming out pretty soon.
Let me check.
But yeah, the Steam sales. I picked up a game. I picked up 2 games on the last one just before we did this actually.
Oh, you can pre-order the next bundle.
Yeah,
That's
see,
silly.
the pre-order thing is I can get cheaper when the actual thing comes out. So, plus I don't know what's actually in it, so I'm not gonna pre-order it. That's how I feel like.
I think it's coming out really soon because you can pre-order it.
I think it's been going on for the entire time it's been around.
Well,
Yeah.
the Christmas bundle is coming out in 3 weeks, so you know the real big bundle is coming out before that.
Yeah. Does it say? It should say.
It just says pre-order. I can't see a
Maybe
specific
not.
date for it. I'm surprised more people aren't buying these. Maybe
Like
it's
the
just not getting
pre-order?
enough press like the Humble bundle does. Because right now there's only 30,000 bundles sold.
Really?
Mhm.
What?
I think it's
Uh-oh.
it's smaller, less known. Even though it's still it's actually really good deals as well.
Yeah. It was only 30,000 for the last bundle sold. So for the
Yeah.
last 2 bundles, I thought they sold more on the first one too.
I actually forgot to buy the last one.
Scum.
I was like I was gonna buy it and it's like it's done. I'm like, but somebody just bought it 10 minutes ago. Damn it.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
sucked.
Man.
Oh, I guess this bundle's over now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they don't last very long.
No,
No,
only for a few days.
Yeah, 5 days it looks like.
They really should. I think they should extend that time because I think that's
Yeah.
causing.
Yeah,
them
like
to
Indie
not
Bundle
get
has
much
them for
sales.
14 days usually. Right?
Yeah.
They have them for like half a month.
Yeah, I think it's really silly what they're doing for such a short period of time. Like it's not even a week. It's like 5 days.
Yeah.
If they did it for a full week, it'd be better because it takes time to get word of mouth out there. It's like, hey, there's a new bundle out. Especially for something that's just getting started. They're fairly small.
Yeah. You know what is stupid? You can't see when the next one's gonna come out. Just
I know.
pre-order now. That's all you see. I'm
yeah,
like
well, it's
trying to
coming out.
navigate the
I'm
website.
assuming this week. Because
That's
they
what it
come
should
out.
be.
Looks like they'll be out actually in a week or so. 'Cause looks like they'll be out about like you get the Christmas bundle in 3 weeks and
Oh,
the
they-
Alpha Fun bundle in
that's
5
interesting.
weeks.
They switched them. The Christmas bundle used to be after the Alpha bundle. Now it's before it. So maybe they just switched them
That
around.
doesn't make any sense though, because then the Christmas bundle would be after Christmas.
Yeah, but before they didn't have a date for the Alpha bundle. They said Alpha bundle coming.
No.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I will buy those. I'm not gonna lie. I just keep on buying them. They're addictive.
I will probably buy them as well.
Increase the
So-
number of games I have on Steam.
Let's wrap things up. Yuri, you look like you're dying here.
I had to go pee.
Wow. Wow.
You're like a 5-year-old. Hey,
You're kicked off the
Is
podcast.
everyone ready to go on the podcast? Is everyone going to the washroom?
No.
So, let's wrap this thing up. Don't forget to check us out at www.joyblind.com. Check us out at Joyblind on Twitter. Check myself out at LDHTV on Twitter and my YouTube, LDHTV. We also have a YouTube for Joyblind, Joyblind TV. Any other shoutouts for you guys?
No.
The only Twitters.
I haven't
Yeah.
I haven't used my Twitter yet. I need to get on that.
I have my Twitter,
Twitter,
but I
yeah.
have not posted
Say that
one
every
thing on
time.
it. So yeah.
So, shout out to the bathroom.
Maybe shout out to that.
Here, you just need,
like,
just need a bucket, dude. Mute your mic
Yeah.
so you don't hear the.
just like you're not dedicated, Yuri.
you're a filthy casual. Filthy casual podcaster.
Yeah.
And
Anyway.
on that note, we'll see you guys later. Peace out.
See ya.